Now, sometimes when we're solving quadratics, it's not so clear just by looking at it what the value of x would be in order for the whole thing to be 0. Now, it's true that you can see, well, x plus 2, we would make x negative 2 in order for the whole thing to be 0. But just looking at this, you might be able to tell what x would be in order for this first bit to be 0, or you might not. And certainly it's possible to make it a bit more complex, so even someone who was a bit of an expert at this would have to pause to have to think about it. So let's do it algebraically this time, and you'll see how this becomes much more simple when we do it using algebra. So the first bit, let's start with the second bit. So I'm going to say x plus 2 is equal to 0. And I'll solve this now. So I'm going to say my x plus 2, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So 2 minus 2 is going to be 0. So x is going to equal negative 2. The first bit, rather, is a little bit more tricky just to see just by observation. So I'm going to put my or in here, and I'm going to have my 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So now, and I'll rewrite this, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, and I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So a 1 and a negative 1 cancels itself out. I'm left with 2x is equal to 1, and now I can simply divide both sides by 2, leaving me with x is equal to 1/2. So there are my two solutions. I've got a negative 2 and I've got a half. So I could now write the solution as x is an element of the set of, again in ascending order, negative 2, 1/2. And there is my solution.